Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do a review on this Dash 6 Rapid Egg Cooker. So I really like these egg cookers. This one's got an auto off. I've got an older one that it beeps at you when the eggs are done, but it keeps beeping at you until you unplug it. So I really wanted to try a newer one. It still beeps at you when the eggs are done, but it turns itself off, so you don't have to rush in and then unplug it real quick. So this is the one from Dash. It's cooked 6 eggs. Now, it is pretty much all plastic, except for this is metal right here, but the bottom is plastic. It says it's 360 watts, 120 volts, 60 hertz. These have a button and a light. You put water here, you put the eggs here, and it boils the water and cooks the eggs. You can get hard-boiled eggs. You can cook them in different, you can do soft-boiled, hard-boiled, medium-boiled. This one does come with an omelet and an egg for poached eggs. This is this. So, and then here's where you put the eggs. It's got this little thing that you have to take on and off. So if you want to do a poached egg, you still have to use this. And you got to put that there. And same with the omelet. You got to put the egg in there, but you always have to use this. Never put either one of these on there directly. So the theory behind it is pretty simple. You got to make sure you keep this. And it's got a really sharp needle at the bottom. We're going to use that to poke the eggs, because the eggs will explode if you don't poke a hole in them. So you've put water in here up to the lines. So soft, medium. If you want hard, you got to fill it all the way to that top line. Over here, if you're going to do an omelet or poached, you fill it to that line. And you're going to dump the water here. Make sure you put your thing in and your eggs and push the button. It's going to steam those eggs and heat them up really hot and cook them. I'm actually going to cook 4 hard-boiled eggs right now. Okay, so you don't do it per how many eggs you're going to cook. You do it for how hard or soft you want them. So I want them hard. I got it filled all the way to the hard line right there. And then you're just going to pour the water in there. I haven't turned it on yet, so I've got the water poured in. Put your tray. Now expose the needle. Now we got to poke a hole in the bottom of these eggs. It's pretty simple. Just, again, this is right out of the refrigerator, so be careful. But it should just poke a hole like that. Go down till it stops. There's the hole. Okay, so you're supposed to poke the bigger. So see how one's small and one's end's big? Poke a hole in the bigger end, and it's going to face up. So I did that first egg wrong. So. And then you want the holes to point up. Again, find the bigger side. It helps if you kind of turn it. Now, it doesn't crack the egg. It only pokes a hole in it. And I'm going to spread them out even. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell. Okay, so I've got my eggs in. I've got my water in. I've got to put my lid on. Now the lid does have a hole. A bunch of steam's going to come out this hole, but it does have these ears. So we're going to put it on and turn it. You can kind of use this. It's pretty simple. Then you just hit the power button. It does have a blue light. It says this is going to take, so it could take up to 16 minutes for 4 to 6 eggs. And again, if you want them soft, about 10 minutes. And it says if you live at a higher altitude, use 25% more water. Now the thing about this thing, when these eggs are done, they're really hot. So I like to put them in a cup of like a bowl of ice water to cool them off, or just put them in the refrigerator for the next day. But those eggs will be really hot, so be careful. And again, I'm not going to cook an omelet today or anything. I mainly use this for hard-boiled eggs, but it looks like it works pretty good for that. It's like a non-stick surface. It's all plastic, but it does come with a deviled eggs recipe. It's got some others. It's a really nice book. Eggs Benedict, egg salad. It's a pretty nice thick book. Really goes over how to explain it. So again, we can't put this in the dishwasher or anything. And you may get some mineral buildup. So on that metal part that's boiling the water right now, you may get some mineral hard water deposits on there. And you're supposed to descale that. I'm going to do a separate video on how to descale these with some vinegar. So it does say the accessories and the lid and the shelf are all dishwasher safe top rack. So that's pretty nice. And again, you're just going to wipe down the surface, the metal surface, every time before each use. So again, these are all dishwasher safe. Usually you don't have to wash this too much. But the lid and that tray that the eggs are sitting on are all dishwasher safe. So we're starting to get quite a bit of steam out that little hole there. It's not really loud, but the temperature is 200 degrees. I don't know if that's inside or the lid. Yeah, that lid is really hot, so be careful. Okay, so we're about at the 15-minute mark. It hasn't beeped. The light is still on. We're still making a lot of steam, but most of the water is gone down in there. That's the sound it makes. That's weird. I was expecting a buzz. That's really awesome. It is pretty loud, but not annoying. Huh. The light is still on, I think. I think it did shut the light off, maybe. No, the light looks like it's still on. I really want this for the auto off feature, so I'm going to see if it turns itself off. So I don't think it turns, I think it turns the heating plate off, but I don't think it turns the music off. Huh. Okay, so I've been sitting here for about 3 or 4 minutes. It doesn't turn the music off, so. Okay, so if you hit the button, the music turns off. It did stop the water, there was no water left. But at least it does shut the machine off, but I kind of would have liked for it to shut the music off too. But the music, so one thing to be cautioned for, this hole is tricky. I reached up here to undo this. There's still a lot of steam coming out of that hole. I might put that hole in the back next time. But you want to turn this and then lift this off. And your eggs, those things are really hot. Be careful. You can use this, that works. So again, there's all kinds of literature I've seen, that's not rust. It keeps saying that that's just minerals in the water, that's not rust. It should wipe off. You might have to use like a magic eraser or something, but it should just wipe off. So interesting, if I try to turn it back on, the music goes off again. So I wonder if okay. So the blue light did go out. Remember earlier I wondered if the blue light, yeah, you really know, so the blue light does turn off, and it does take a while for it to reset itself. So it had to cool down enough in order, because I kept pushing that button in. So if I wanted to cook another one right away, I could, but it may have to just cool down for a little bit. So yeah, these look easy enough to clean. Same with the lid. That looks pretty clean. I'm going to see how that wipes down now. It's cooled down. Yeah, it's only 100 degrees now. It sat there for maybe 30 seconds and it cools down pretty quick. I unplugged it also. So again here, there is just a little bit of water. So let's see how. So it does clean up. That's not rust. Boy, it sure looks bad, but it cleans up really good. It doesn't smell. I just smell like I've cooked some eggs. That's about it. So yeah, that cleaned up really well. Now you're starting to see some of the hard water deposits. Those may get a little worse over time, kind of like the white stuff you see on there. And you just put a little bit of vinegar on there and let it soak and then wipe it off. Okay, so the moment of truth. I like hard-boiled eggs now. I didn't used to. So wherever the hole is, that's where the flat spot ends up being. See how that's flat? So you just now, I just had to soak these in ice water or else you can't touch them for a while. But it's very simple. You just crack all the egg and then you just peel it off. It just peels off very easy once you get it started. Rinse it off. There might be a few pieces of shell on there. Okay, so let's see how it did. Oh yeah, that looks delicious. I put a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt on them. And man, that'll taste delicious. Again, I never really liked hard-boiled eggs. But man, I sure do now. Really like it. I like the tune. The other egg cookers was beep. It was a really annoying beep, and everybody was running around trying to unplug it as quick as they could. At least with this one, you don't have to unplug it, but you do have to at least hit the power button one more time to turn the music off. So at least it is music. It does turn the burner off, but the music will play until somebody comes up here and touches it. So I'll put a link to this in my show description notes. It runs about $15, comes in all kinds of different colors. This Dash brand, I've been pretty impressed with it. I just recently did a waffle maker, and it turned out really nice. So thanks everybody for watching.